Last time on Devox plays Tokyo Chronos.
I don't want to believe it, but I just have to make sure.
Kyosuke.
Kyosuke? He looks at me, and as if I'm frozen in place. Who do I choose, Momono or Nikaido? And I don't get to make a choice, do I? Oh! Is this the first time I get to make a choice at what time? 6 hours in?
And now, to seek the truth about Chronos World.
Ladies, gentlemen, creatures of all origins, my name is Devox Runeheart. Welcome back to Devox Plays Tokyo Chronos. That's right, I remember to charge my headset this time. There we go. So yeah, last time we finally made our first decision of the game, and it totally didn't immediately lead to the death of our friend. So yeah, we also figured out exactly what it takes to get your name marked off that list. Which means it's not necessarily somebody murders you. It seems like any amount of lethal damage will cause you to blip out. Or it's just I'm still on that theory that there's goals each of us have to fulfill. I think she just fulfilled hers in remembering something. And that's why she was able to blip out. Honestly, it could just be she's dead. But there's one thing I have actually forgotten to do, and that's to send the stream links out to people. So I'm just going to quickly try and do that real quick. Alright, that's okay. See, I'm real quick with it. I always forget to do that, though. It's like the main way people know I'm streaming is to send links to people. Alright. Come on, here we go. Alright, continue. Yes. You fell from the roof of the building. Damn, that's a way to start it. Last double check that the microphones, everything's working, everything's unmuted. Yeah, okay. But no matter how hard Nikaido and I searched, we couldn't even find a trace of her. So she fell from quite a height. There's no way she wouldn't have sustained fatal injuries. You disappeared? Upon returning to the scramble, Kamiya, Moriozumi, Machikoshi, and Lo are all there. Kageyama stands beside Nikaido, looks at me, and speaks. Sakurai. Yo, Sakurai, you're okay? Lo's kind of off to the side giving me looks. Right. Machikoshi yells at the top of his lungs and as he smothers me. Whoa, stop that. No, more hugs. I was so worried because you didn't come back. I thought you disappeared like everyone else. I've been wondering at the time, was there any other option apart from running away with you? But with everyone's suspicions all trained on me, there was nothing else I could have done. And in the midst of all that, Machikoshi still believed in me. Machikoshi, sorry to worry you. It's fine, as long as you're okay. So, you came here for us to catch you? No. You still don't have an alibi, because you're the one that made Togoku and Kageyama disappear. Hey, I don't see Momono with you. I bet you got rid of her too, didn't you? No! Then let's hear it. Where's Momono? With Lo trying to squeeze an answer out of me, everyone else's expressions grew more serious. Hey Sakurai, come on, what happened? You is... The image of her falling off the roof races through my mind again like a flashback. Answer Kamiya-kun's question. She fell from the room, but there was no corpse. I doubt they'd believe something so preposterous as that. Kageyama's sharp gaze and Lo's disgusting smirk pressed me into silence. I recall the moment they all began to doubt me. It felt like everyone's sense of reason broke down at that moment. They are suspecting me. Regardless of what I say, I'm not confident they'll actually believe me. Well, he's probably tired. Let's at least let him rest a bit. Huh? No way in hell. That guy's the killer. Why should we? You got rid of Momono, so you're here to look for your next target, right? No, that's not why I came back. Faced with those ridiculous allegations, there are a number of ways I can argue back. Despite that, I can't speak or even think right. This isn't where I belong, or so I think, but all of a sudden... Let me take it from here. Nikaido explains how you and I were holed up in a building under construction, about how you fell, but there was no body left. She remained quiet about Yu's planting of the camera in my room, however, to keep Yu's honor intact. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Sakurai-kun's not the culprit. Resolute, Nikaido explains the past events. After hearing her explanation, Lo clicks his tongue. She fell, but there's no body? Are you expecting me to believe you? Quit bullshitting. After hearing Lo's rebuttal, I can clearly see Nikaido tensing up. Her usual calm collectiveness is crumbling away. I send her a lifeline. It's all true. Shut up, killer. You definitely fell off the building. But we couldn't find her body anywhere. As unbelievable as it is, Momono did fall off. But she's nowhere to be found. That may also be why we can't find Dagoku or Kageyama. Kamiya nods slightly. We still don't understand the underlying principles of this world, or even what's going on. But we're in this mysterious world. Maybe it's possible for that to happen. Hey, are you seriously going to believe him? This is Sakurai, you know? Both Sakurai and Nikaido are saying that's what happened. Hey Nikaido, I bet Sakurai threatened you into doing this, didn't he? He didn't. Nikaido distances herself from Lo, who suddenly approached her. Kamiya gets between the two. That's enough. Hell no, it ain't. End of discussion. Nikaido has no reason to lie anyways. Huh? Are you for real? And what about you? Lo looks over to Machikoshi and Moizumi. Only if Kamiya-kun says so. I never once thought Sakurai to be the kind of guy to hurt anyone. Fine. Ruin everything then. Just so you know, I already warned you all. Oh, wait. Where'd he go? Okay, I guess he just stepped away. Leaving us with those words, Lo returned to the hotel. Sakura, you must be tired. Just head back to your room and rest for now. Let's talk again later when we've gotten to wind down. Yeah. He narrows his eyes down to slits and smiles. Just what could he be thinking behind that smile of his? Before I realize it, that's what I find myself thinking inadvertently. After that, while on my way back to the hotel, Nikaido suddenly called out to me. What do you think about how Kamiya-kun's acting? What do I think? I think he accepted the story about Momono-san's disappearance a little too easily. You do have a point there. He just lost a dear friend. He should be more affected. Unlike Kamiya, I still haven't recovered from the shock of Yu's disappearance. She's still family to me, though she herself might not like that. I have a strong connection with her that's not as black and white as liking or hating. If I were the only one to see her fall, I might already have lost it completely. Thanks, Nikaido. What's all this now? Just for, sticking with me. Though she had initially been avoiding me, she's keeping me company. She's also the one who brought the video footage that serves as my alibi. It's not like I'm being with you because I want to. Baka. I know. But still, thanks. Although we just happen to have the same intentions, I can't not have any gratitude to Nikaido for sticking with me. I need to find the culprit as soon as I can, for Nikaido and everyone else's sake. Where I need to focus my thoughts on right now are Kamiya. While I wasn't around, did Kamiya do anything weird? Let me think. The suspect list? Huh? Kamiya-kun's full name is Sai Kamiya, right? It is, I remember pretty well. Whenever the billboard would show the names, everyone would show up in full names, but only Kamiya-kun's name was written as Kamiya. That is weird. You never noticed? What does it mean? I don't know. Maybe the displays are just broken. But I think there's a deeper meaning behind the suspect list in this world. There's got to be something to it. Yeah, it feels like there's something about it. Let's investigate Kamiya-kun. If we discuss with Wachikochi-kun and Moizumi-san, we might be able to find even more discrepancies with Kamiya-kun. I don't think we should let Moizumi in on it. She is way too on his side. After planning out a strategy with Nikaido, we part ways for the day. We're investigating Kamiya tomorrow. This is Kamiya we're talking about here. With his abilities, he might be able to notice that we're acting strange around him. He might even end up cornering me. I make sure to hammer it into myself that I can't afford any slip-ups going in tomorrow. Okay, sudden brightness. Okay. I don't know why that flashbanged me. Alright, is there anything... Give people energy. Is there anything noticeable? So I'm curious if something changes. Because I know up there is the picture of Togoku's thing. For some reason, I doubt Lollipop Cafe would have a crying girl on it. I can't I can't remember if that was always like a crying girl over there, but wands. Like I have a feeling that things are changing and I'm not noticing. If that makes sense, because my memory's crap. The next day we assemble at the scramble. Kamiya's announced this to everyone with a smile on his face. Alright, let's get to collecting food. I was convinced that he would start giving me the third degree and prepared myself, but instead he shows no signs in even wanting to question me. He's completely dropped it. What is he thinking? I can't tell just by looking at his expression. Agreed, we've been having the same stuff lately. I want to put a bit of more effort into our food. That's just you. Everyone else is enjoying the menu that Kamiya-kun formulated with dietary balance in mind. Man, are you my mom or something? Isn't it okay to be a little picky? Enough childishness out of you. Just follow Kamiya-kun's menu. What is this pose? High school students are still kind of kids. Don't call yourself a kid when it's befitting the situation. It's unbecoming. Mozumbi sends a sharp glance of scorn down Machikoshi's way. Are we going to look through the nearby supermarket or the convenience store again? No, I'm thinking of going a little farther today. It'd be better to leave some supplies just within this vicinity in case things take a turn for the worse. I'm also curious to see what's available in other areas. Rather than joining the conversation and possibly messing up, it'd be better to stay quiet and watch Kamiya's reactions. You know, when it says stuff like that, it makes me think I should be looking at everybody else. Oh, come on now. Lo grumbles, dissatisfied. Are you really just gonna bum around? Sakurai comes back and everyone's back to slacking off. There's a damn killer here. We're supposed to start talking about what we're gonna do. It's fine. Sakurai didn't do anything. What he told us yesterday was true. There's no need to question him any further. What the hell, Kamiya? You're the first one who suspected him. At the time, we were all suspicious of each other. We were all trying to find that culprit. If I denied that and tried to protect Sakurai, the group would have led to our group breaking up. Okay, so you willingly just tried to sacrifice me. That's enough bullshit. You're the one who singled him out. I had no choice but to. However, we all investigated whether his alibi held up. Well, we weren't entirely together since he and Momono escaped. I'm so sick of you faking everything. I'm staying in the hotel. You can dick around playing friends all you want. I'm out. Lo glances at everyone and leaves, and Kamiya claps his hands. Alright, back to business. Let's go look for food. Yeah, he is way too happy. Or nonchalant. I ruminate over Kamiya's earlier statements. He had no choice but to doubt me, otherwise the group would have broken up. Now that I think about it, that might have been true. Togoku and Kaguya must have disappeared and we couldn't find them no matter how much we looked. Everyone was exhausted. Their thoughts started to veer towards the idea that maybe someone was hiding something. And from there, Lo's insinuations trained their sights onto me. I had no concrete evidence to prove my innocence. Even if Kageyama had jumped in to try to clear their doubts, he probably couldn't have stopped them anyways. With Kamiya suspecting me, everyone began to think maybe Sakurai is the culprit. Then if he could find more definitive arguments or evidence showing otherwise, then everyone's doubts toward me would be cleared. I understand now that perhaps that was actually what Kamiya was aiming for. Not aiming. That sounds like the sort of plan he'd come up with. He actually did intend on looking after me. But is that really the case? No, he tried to sacrifice you, my guy. It's not as if he absolutely had to direct their suspicions towards me. Wouldn't it have been better for him to postpone the issue for us to look into for evidence to prove my innocence instead? Should I look behind me? Just see Kamiya walking up with a friggin' bat. Anything weird about Kamiya? Why do you ask? Is this my room or your room? That night I went to Machikoshi's room and asked. He knits his eyebrows and asked, seemingly irked by the question. Nothing you noticed? Nothing. Don't tell me you don't trust Kamiya. Not that I don't trust him, but... You think he's the culprit, huh? Look, I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to suspect anyone here. Maybe I don't have the right to say this after getting tricked by that crap Lo said and doubting you and all. But we're old friends, aren't we? I don't want anyone else to disappear anymore. I see. Okay, every once in a while my hand vibrates. And it just did it again. This is gonna sound crazy, but does my hand vibrate whenever somebody lies to me? Like, it happens only occasionally. But it's happened twice now since starting this part. And it's always been right after somebody says something. I'm gonna put a pin in that and see when it does it again. I had a feeling that Machikoshi would say something like that. He trusts all of us. He probably doesn't want to actively pursue the culprit. Got it. Thanks. Uh-huh. I take one more glance at him as I leave. He looks somewhat listless. It's only then I realize just how worried he was while I was gone. If Machikoshi's out of the question, there's only one person left. Okay, no, I think it's just doing it randomly. Just did it again. She's practically sworn her absolute allegiance to Kageyama after all. But I'm rather reluctant to ask her. Honestly, it'd probably be better not to at all. Hi, Sakurai-kun. Whoa. What is with that smile? What is it? What? It's you, Moizumi? God. What were you talking about with Machikoshi-kun? Her expression intensifies as she asks me. Just about food. Because he was getting pretty picky with his food and stuff. So I was wondering about the kind of food he likes so we can figure out how he can eat right. You're lying. Moizumi's cold words pierce right through me, her eyes filled with doubt. A chill runs down my spine and my hair stand on end. It suddenly feels like the air around me suddenly drops a couple degrees. Were you pressed against the door listening or some shit? You were talking about Kamiya-kun, weren't you? Eh? I haven't even talked to him about Moizumi. And judging by our conversation earlier, I very much doubt Nikaido would have talked with her either. Which means perhaps she overheard us? She could have been able to hear a portion of the conversation if she placed her ear to the door. Sakurai-kun, you're trying to pry into Kamiya-kun. Not really. Why are you lying? Are you feeling guilty, perhaps? What are you getting at? I'm really not. Moizumi just stares me down without saying a word. Her sudden silence is intimidating. I'm going back to my room. No one knows Kami-kun as well as I do. She parts with those words as she turns around and walks away, eventually fading into the darkness. Is she a yandere? That had some big stalker energy. Maybe it's because I ended up dealing with something so tense before going to bed. I had a strange dream. Photographs of some sort were floating in the air. Okay. Oh, this looks like everything has happened so far. Oh yeah, she did try to dig under it. I don't quite remember that flower. Wait, is there two of the... There is two of the car. Oh, they're behind me too. What's that one? Like the one down there with low in the background. That's... I don't think one I've actually... I've been there, definitely. I think that was at the very start, but I don't think... Oh. My headset sang room too bright. Okay. After looking at them more carefully, they all seem to be my own memories. Hey, Sakurai-kun. Suddenly, Togoku was right in front of me. Seems like your mind's an awful mess. Really? I think I'm pretty collected compared to most. Togoku takes one of the photographs floating around. On it seems to be displayed some words. So though I squint to try and get a better look, it's just those words that can't come into focus. I can't read them. Maybe you're just playing it cool. The truth is, your mind is in terrible disorder. Playing it cool? Everyone's an actor. They're all performing as somebody. I suppose that's true. But everyone's got an inborn personality, right? An inborn personality, eh? Oh. Togoku tosses the photograph she was holding at me. I don't believe in something like personalities. Parameters and people can easily be influenced. Even what you think is your own personality is really just determined by countless environmental variables that you can't begin to mentally process. Man, everything you talk about always has to have these big words. She chuckles in response. In other words, what you think is you isn't actually you. That makes even less sense. Oh, alright, fine. Oh. After that, with that, she takes yet another photograph. And throws it my way. Is it the same? It does have the words on it. On the photograph is that giant mirror. It's the mirror wall. This stupid wall. We drove into it and it ended up getting into one hell of a stunt. Look, you can see through it, right? Some sort of strange writing appears on the photograph floating before me. I can somehow read the words through the mirror outside the photograph. The word unforgivable. The word strikes me. This is also one of your memories. My memories? What is this? There's quite a lot more. Have a look and... Oh dear, time's up. I'm about to wake up. My consciousness slowly comes to the surface, things growing hazy. Bingo! I guess when you know a dream is a dream, you can enjoy it. Is it because I left? She chuckles to herself.
じゃあ最後に鏡の壁を最初に見つけたのって誰だっけ?
Anyway, one last thing. Who was the first person to find the mirror wall again? You're asking me to use my memory? Oh, I'm fucked. Who was it? Why is it right when you wake up from your dream you forget everything that happened? If I remember right, Tsugoku showed up or something. Dang it. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I think she said something really important. Damn, I can't remember. More importantly, Kamiya, he's acting weird. If I ask him about it directly, he'll probably just deflect the issue. Taking the roundabout approach will just cause Moizumi to threaten me too. My buddy shudders at a reflex. Just remembering my encounter with her last night, it gets me sweating already. Alright, what now? I've already asked Mochikoshi. Moizumi's got her sights trained on me, so I can't act recklessly. Asking Kamiya directly isn't going to get me anywhere. Lowe's pretty much declared all-out war on me. Mai stopping the notebook that lay atop the table. Why is that out? It's the notebook that was in the Togoku family safe. Togoku wrote all her observations since coming here on that notebook. I grab it, flipping through the pages. The Balashikiya incident, the Bermuda Triangle, Agatha Christie's 11 missing days, the Kin loss incident, the Mary Celeste, the disappearances of entire families in Japan. Explanations about the Chronos world are detailed. I'd already skimmed through it, but going through it again, I realized just how much information I missed. I probably skipped a lot of stuff, thinking it would be too complicated for me to understand. Oh? One particular tidbit of information captured my attention. It's a memo on the locations where people woke up. So, Tsugoku woke up in a fancy item store, Yu in Spain Zaka Slope, Nikaido at the roof of the building, Moizumi in Tokyo Hands, Kageyama in the bookstore, Mochikoshi in Central District, and then me in a building under construction. Finally, Kamiya woke up in front of the 109 building. Below that is a question mark and a note saying, so how did he see the mirror wall? The mirror wall, the first one to mention its existence was Kamiya. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Isn't 109 like in the middle of the crossing? The mirror wall encircles Shibuya with the station right at the center. He woke up in front of the 109 building. He'd have to go to the outskirts of Shibuya for him to actually see the mirror wall. But he met up with Moizumi and Kageyama and went to the scramble. Oh no, I guess I'm wrong. For that to have happened, he would have woken up at 109, went to the wall, and then went back to the center of Shibuya. I suppose that's possible, but wouldn't he just go to the station from the get-go? It feels like I've stumbled upon a big clue here. Upon arriving at the scramble, I see everyone but Lo is already assembled. For just a brief instant, Moizumi and I exchange looks, but I quickly look away. Okay, for today, let's start a field. A field? There's a limit to the stocks at the supermarket and convenience stores. We have to become self-sufficient at some point. No, something's fucky. He is very clearly wanting to stay here as long as possible and try to keep things mellow and order. But I think the way it's pointing me towards Kamiya is very, like, it's pointing very hard, which means it might not be him that's doing something fucky. Which means the clue about him knowing about the mirror wall, someone might have just told him that. And of that, so he went probably to the station, didn't see anyone, went looking and found one of the other two. And then found the other one and then came back is more likely than going all the way to the outskirts and back. Or something along those lines. But that would mean that one of the two who he met up with lied about where they started. For some reason. Mr. Teal, whose name I keep freaking forgetting. Mr. Teal Snake Eyes. He's already gone. You are not. I think she's up to some fuckery. Nikaido is speechless. She's probably thinking if she stares questioningly at Kamiya about this situation or sudden proposal, the moon might just sour and we won't be able to get anything done. We split into two groups, me and Nikaido, and Kamiya, Moizumi, and Machikoshi. The others are off to gather flower pots. Nikaido and I head to Togoku Hands and some other places to look for seeds. Lo refused to join us, instead staying at the hotel. Let's get to it then. Would there be seeds here? We're about to head all our separate ways when I approach Moizumi. There's a question I just absolutely have to ask her. I go up close and ask her in a whisper. Hey, when you just got here, where did you first meet up with Kamiya? Her answer to this question is crucial. Moizumi woke up at Tokyo Hands. Kageyama at the bookstore. It's Kageyama is gone. If they headed towards the station from there, then they would have bumped into Kamiya on their way to the station. If they met with him elsewhere at a place near the mirror wall, then Kamiya's backstory wouldn't sound out of place. But if they actually did meet up with him at 109, that means he never actually left its vicinity. Hold on, just one second. I got something in my eye. Okay. Adjusting my eyes. Which means he never actually got to see the mirror wall. But if that's the case, then how could he have known about the mirror wall? Why do you ask? Don't ask why, I just really have to know. She stares right back at me. Moizumi knows that I'm trying to dig up dirt on Kamiya. I might as well just be upfront about it. Now that Kageyama's disappeared, the only other person I can ask this information from is Moizumi. Well then, I can't answer. She leaves me with that answer and runs back to Kamiya. She refuses to answer. Had she known my intention, she probably would have lied. It looks like prying into any information about Kamiya from her will be very, very difficult indeed. So you mean to say it's strange for Kamiya-kun to have known about the mirror wall, considering he woke up at the 109? Yeah. Nikaido and I are conversing at the back alley in secret to make sure the others won't overhear us. Even if Morozumi-kun did rendezvous with Kamiya-kun at the 109, they might have gone to the mirror wall, then went back to the 109. If that was the true, I don't think they'd have enough time to do that. According to Dagoku's notes, we all woke up around the same time. I met Kamiya around the 15 minutes after I came to. Maybe at most 30 minutes. If we peg it at even 30 minutes, that certainly wouldn't be enough time to go to the wall from the 109 and back. And approaching the issue through Morozumi didn't work out. All that's left is to ask Kamiya himself, but he'd probably end up dodging the question somehow. Is this a stalemate? I'm not too sure about going up against Kamiya with just this much information. I need to gather more. There's one more thing I need to tell you. Eh? There's one more camera that Momono-san planted elsewhere. Where? In my toilet. Was it in the toilet? This is needed to be known. Sorry, Sorry, I made you uncomfortable, especially with what happened to her. But she placed one more camera in another location, likely to keep an eye on you as well. Honestly, it doesn't feel right to bring up you again. I try to keep my mind from recalling the scene of you falling from the rooftops. However, Nikaido did her best to investigate, just so we can break out of the situation. There's no way I could have ever tell Nikaido off for this. And besides, I'm pretty much useless right now if it has anything to do with
調
you.
べてくれてありがと
Thank you for looking into
う。で
this.
も僕の部屋以外に、どこに
Where would you put a camera, though, apart from my room? Nikaido's expression tells me to just see it for myself, as she takes out a small black object from her pocket. It's probably the camera that you
重
planted.
要なものが映っていたわ。
Just have a look at this. I gulp at Nikaido's instruction. She hands me the camera, the recorded video already playing back. It's the hotel corridor. I continue to watch the footage and people appear. It's Kamiya who's calling Kageyama over.
神谷と影山
Kamiya and
これ
Kageyama?
は影山くんがいなくなる直前の映像よ。
This is a video of just before Kageyama-kun disappeared.
それって
Huh? Do you mean... In the case of Togoku and Kageyama's disappearances, I was the last person to be with both of them. That's why I was suspected to be the culprit. If it's discovered that the last one to be with Kageyama wasn't me but Kamiya, then that would mean that suspicions toward me would be clear. They'd instead be directed towards Kamiya, and also show that his testimony was a lie.
これだけ決定的な証拠があれば、彼も言い逃れはできないでしょう。
With proof like this, I doubt he can make any excuses. But also, didn't Morozumi say she was with him and that was his alibi? Which means she lied. So she's also got shade thrown at her.
それなら今日神谷に聞いてみようか
Alright, let's confront him about this later today. Strike while the iron's hot. If we take our time with this, Morozumi might get in the way. The way I see it, now that we've got definitive evidence like this, we should confront him as soon as we
そう
can.
ね。私もいるし、大丈夫でしょう。
Yes, I'm here with you too. It should be fine. It's reassuring to have Nikaido on the same side in this fight. No, don't do it privately. Do it out in the open like they did to you. Nikaido and I arrive at the door of Kamiya's room. I take a deep breath and knock on his
Kamiya.
door.
僕だ入っていいか
Kamiya, it's me. Is this a good time? Of course, sure. Oh, and everyone's here. Upon opening the door, it's not just Kamiya, but Maizumi and Lo inside as well. Lo might actually have my back, because he's sick of Kageyama's shit, or Kamiya's shit. It's just me and Nikaido against three of them. I stop in my tracks, realizing that we are at a disadvantage here. Come on in. Lo is not on his side. Lo is on nobody's side. But we've already come this far. He goads us to enter. Maizumi is staring us down. She's probably already informed Kamiya about what we talked about earlier.
少し時間いいか話したいことがあって
Kamiya, oh, actually, hold on, look around. Does he have anything weird in here? No. Do you have some time? I want to ask you some things.
もちろん何でも話してよ。二人が一緒でもいいかな。
Of course, I'm free to talk. What is it about? I assume both of you want to talk about it? Yeah.
勝手に話せよ。俺は見てるだけだ。
Go talk. I'm just gonna watch.
単刀直入に言うわ。神谷君、この世界について私たちが知らない情報を持っているでしょう。
I'll get straight to the point. You know something about this world that we
知
don't.
ってるとは
Something
鏡
meaning
の壁は何なのか。
about the mirror wall.
何も知らないよ。状況は君たちと一緒だ。
I don't know a thing. I'm on the same boat as you
神
are.
谷一つ確認したいことがあるんだが
Kami, I need to make sure of something. Which
目
is,
覚めた後諸角と影山とどこで合流したんだ
when you woke up, where did you meet with Moizumi and Kageyama? I'm going to expose Kami's mistake with this question. He shouldn't have had any time to go to the mirror
ファ
wall.
ンシーショップを過ぎたあたりだったかな。
Just a little past the fancy item stores,
こ
I
れが
believe.
鏡の壁を見に行った後くらいだったから。
It was just after I went to look at the mirror wall. He manages to beat me to the punch before I manage to wring it out of him. I'm sweating. I've already lost the initiative to confront him.
か
I sit.
それがどうかしたの？
Why do you ask?
いや何でもないんだ
No, it's nothing. Stop being a beta. Please, say something.
なんだよ。怖いな。
Oh, what's with that fucking pose, you smug bastard? Come on now, don't scare me like that. Still, the question was just an opener. This is where things get
そ
really
れじゃあ
stuck.
別の質問なんだけど、ちょっとこれ見てくれる？
Oh, where's... Can you take a look at that? The text has disappeared. Nikaido takes out the video camera from her pocket and plays the video saved inside. Oh, that sudden... Oh. It's the footage showing Kamiya and
そ
Kageyama.
の後影山くんがいなくなったのよね。
Oh. She's giving him a look. After this happened, Kamiya-kun disappeared. Looking at Kamiya, his confidence immediately
影
vanishes.
山くんがいなくなる前、最後に会ったのは桜井くんだという話になっていた。
The last person Kageyama-kun met with Sakurai-kun. That was a supposed series of
そ
events.
れを言い出したのはあなたよ。それで桜井くんは疑われることになった。
That was the story you spun, and that caused the brunt of suspicion to fall onto Sakurai-kun.
この映像がある。
But this video clearly proves
あな
otherwise.
た、分かっていて桜井くんを貶めたのね。
You knew this and framed Sakurai-kun.
いや、そうじゃない。
No, that's not true.
それならどういうこと？
Then explain yourself.
確かに俺は影山と話をした。
I did talk with
最
Kageyama.
後に会ったのは俺だ。
I was the last one to have seen him.
嘘をついたのは桜井を貶めるためじゃない。
But I didn't lie to frame Sakurai. Well, you fucking did.
理由は言えないが、そうなんだ。
I can't say why, but I really didn't.
ちゃんと理由を話して。
You need to say why. I can't.
自分の立場分かってるのかしら。いい？今あなたが犯人じゃないかって疑われてるのよ。
Do you understand the position you're in right now? You're under suspicion of being the culprit.
あなたはみんなをコントロールできる立場にいた。誰かを消すのだって自由自在でしょ。
You are in a position to control others. You could have easily dealt with anyone as you wished.
そうじゃないよ。
That's not true.
だから私たちが納得いくような説明をして。
Then we demand a proper explanation. Still, Kamiya maintains his
ど
expression.
うしても言えないんだよ。
I absolutely cannot say
だ
why.
からそんなこと言える立場じゃないでしょ。ちゃんと話して。
And like I said, you're not in a position to be saying that, so out with
そ
it.
の時が来たらちゃんと話す。今ここで話すことはみんなにとってマイナスにしかならないんだ。
I will when the time comes. We only stand to lose if I tell you now.
それはみんなが判断すること。あなたが勝手に判断できることじゃない。
That's something for us all to decide, not just you. Lo's probably loving every second of this. Time passes in utter
おい
silence.
神谷、お前政治家の子供なんだから多数決で決めればいいじゃねえか。民意で決めようぜ、民意で。
Hey Kamiya, you're a politician's kid, right? Then why don't you take a vote? With the will of the people or
ふ
whatever.
ざけるな。
Oh, screw you.
そんなの僕たち二人が不利に決まってるだろ。
We're obviously on the losing end. The moment we agreed to this, it's our loss. We can't just go along with Lo's plan. And besides, I doubt even Kageyama would agree to this ridiculous
わか
proposal.
った。俺が説明をするかしないかで多数決だ。
Alright, let's decide whether to explain or not with a vote. Kamiya agrees to the unthinkable.
そんなのおかしいわ。ちゃんとみんなが納得いくように説明するのはあなたの義務よ。
That's enough. You have the duty to give us an explanation that we can
そう
accept.
じゃない。話すことにリスクが伴う。
I can't. There's too much of a risk for me to
話し
explain.
た後で話さない方が良かったとなる可能性だってあるんだ。
There's a chance that it might have been better for me to have stayed quiet after I do explain.
多数決。
So we'll vote.
神谷、往生際が悪いぞ。
God, you don't know when to give
な
up.
んとでも言ってくれ。
Say whatever you want.
それじゃあ多数決取るよ。
Okay, I'll take a
俺に
vote.
全部を喋ってほしい人。
Okay, I'll take a vote now. Who wants me to explain
お
everything?
い、おかしいだろ。
Oh, enough with that
やめ
bullshit.
ろ。
Just stop.
多数決なんて認めない。
I'm not gonna take a
そも
vote.
そもそっちは結託してるでしょ。町工事君を呼びましょう。
All of you are in cahoots, aren't you? Let's call Machikoshi here.
今決めるんだよ。町工事に話すかまた後で決めればいい。
Huh. The fact that he's specifically excluding him. Is it a secret that relates to him that he doesn't want getting back to him?
そんなの卑怯よ。
You coward.
ほら、手を挙げなよ。俺に全部を喋ってほしいんだろ。
Come on, raise your hand. You want me to tell you everything, right? I look at Nikaido. I thought back to I thought to back out at first, but I'm surprised at the determination in Nikaido's eyes. Looks like she's up to the vote.
二階堂
Hey, Nikaido.
やめろ
Stop it already.
こんなのに乗る必要はない
You don't need to go along with this. Morizumi-san. Nikaido stares right at
あな
Morizumi.
たも本当のところは聞かされてないわよね。
You haven't been informed of the truth of this situation either, have you?
神谷君の口ぶりならきっと他の誰も知らない。
Judging from what Kageyama-kun said, it seems like no one else knows.
彼しか知らないの。
Except him.
ここで神谷君に勝たせてしまえば、彼に都合が悪いことは全部隠せることになってしまう。
If you let him win this vote, then he's just going to continue to hide everything that doesn't fit his
そ
agenda.
れを崩せるのは今だけなの。
This is our only chance to break through this veil of his. By appealing to her honesty, Nikaido hopes to coax Moizumi into joining our side. As faithful she is to Kamiya, Morizumi still does hate anything that's objectively wrong. With Nikaido, she might actually be able to convince Morizumi to support us.
諸角
Please, Morizumi. She looks bewildered. It looks like she's having doubts about blindly following Kamiya. This is our chance. We need to try and convince her.
私は神谷君の味方です。
I am on Kamiya-kun's side. However, she stubbornly refuses to budge. Morizumi is just blindly devoted to Kamiya. It's like a cult. Looks like she doesn't plan on changing her mind. I give up on convincing Morizumi. Despite that, Nikaido doesn't.
真実が曲げられていいの？
Are you okay with him constantly twisting the truth? It looks like Morizumi is really struggling with what Nikaido just said. Though it seems like Morizumi is just acting strangely, she's probably agonizing over the decision. Another chance to convince
諸
Morizumi.
角
神谷に全部を
Morizumi.
背負ってほしくない人
Who doesn't want Kamiya to spill the beans? Ah! You bitch. Unsurprisingly, Lo jumps in to block me. He probably thought that we might actually persuade Morizumi. Kamiya raises his hand along with Lo.
お前
Lo, why you?
うるせえよ竿人形ちゃんさっさとしろよ
Ah, shut it. Come on, you puppet. Hands up already. Lo sneers at Morizumi, egging her on. Kamiya remains quiet, simply watching.
私
Kamiya-kun, She looks at Kamiya, frightened. Kamiya looks back at her kindly, seemingly in resignation. Then, apprehensively, Morizumi does not raise her hand. She's abstaining. I see. I thought that Kamiya would be outraged
諸角が
instead.
そう思うならそれが正しいよ。
If that's what you think, then it's the right choice.
神谷君
Kamiya-kun. Morizumi looks at Kamiya, practically on the verge of tears. Nikaido and I are speechless at this sudden turn of events. However, the silence is quickly dispelled. Okay, I know you're remembering something, but the way you're staring at me looks like you're about to choke a bitch. Morizumi's behavior takes a sudden turn. Her face is pale and her eyes are out of focus.
なんてこと
What have I...
ごめんなさいごめんなさいごめんな
So... Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
どうしたんだ
Morizumi, what's going on?
さん
Morizumi-san. Oh. I was
何
right!
が起きたんだ
We have clear conditions! Okay. Okay. My crackpot theory was right. We don't have to kill each other. We have clear conditions. Hers was defying him for once, and I was right on that, actually. And Togoku's was realizing her family loved her. Kamiya was... Or Yeah, Kageyama. Fuck, their names are too similar. His was gaining confidence in himself and doing something on his own. Yours is going to be letting go of control. Mine, I have no freaking clue. Yours, I have no clue. Fuck you, Low.
おい神谷一体何が起きたんだ
Hey, Kamiya, what's going on? This is not his fault. Hysteric. She gets closer and closer to Kamiya, however.
何が起きたんだ
What's going on? Kamiya's acting weird too. His expression leaves me at a loss for words. This doesn't look like some kind of act. Kamiya doesn't know what's going on either, that's for sure.
いやー、うまくいったな、神谷。よくやったよ。
Whoa, good going, Kamiya. Great job.
答えろ諸角はどうなった
Hey, Gillo, what the fuck is going on? What's with Morozumi? Ooh.
あ、知らねえよ。自分で考えろ。
Huh? Fuck if I know. You figure it out.
どういうことだ話が違うぞ
Oh, I forgot about... Wait. Could you have told him about the mirror wall? Because you were with me when I first got here. So unless you went directly to them, I don't think that's possible. Kamiya hounds Lowe's for an explanation. Meanwhile, Lowe is totally complacent, even though Kamiya is about to punch him.
神谷君
Kamiya-kun! With a voice completely unlike her usual self, Nikaido screams and tries to gain control of the situation.
今はそんな奴のことなんていい
Enough about that bastard for now.
説明してあなたにとっても今の状況は予想外だったのは分かった
What's happening? All I can tell is that you don't know what's going on.
動揺している暇があったら隠していることを全部教えて
But if you can afford to fight with Lowe, then tell us what you've been
そう
hiding.
すれば私たちにできることが思いつくかもしれない
At least we can try to figure out what to do.
神谷君往生際が悪いわよ今はそんな場合じゃないことくらいわかるでしょ
Kamiya-kun, that's enough. You know fully well this isn't the time to be keeping secrets. Kamiya steps away from Lowe and faces us once
ローの
more.
様子は僕が見ているよ
I'm keeping an eye on
す
Lowe.
まなかった話すよ全部
Sorry, I'll tell you everything.
消えた人はどうなってるんだ
What happened to everyone who
わ
disappeared?
からない
I don't
わ
know.
からないってなんだよ
As if you don't fucking
無
know!
責任じゃないのか
Are you trying to pretend you had nothing to do with this?
桜井君今はまず神谷君の話を聞きましょう
Sakurai-kun, let's listen to what he has to say
それで
first.
神谷君あなたは一体何を隠していたの
Now, Kamiya-kun, what are you hiding from all of us? Visibly disgusted at the situation, Kamiya begins to speak.
かつてクロノス世界にいたことがある
I've been in the Chronos world before.
驚くのも無理はないと思うでもおそらく東国は気づいていたと思う
Surprised? Of course. But I think Dagoku figured it
そ
out.
れってまさか
Wait, do you mean...
東国が言っていただろ
Dagoku mentioned it, didn't she?
バラシハ事件バミューダトライアングルアガサ・クリスティの空白の11日間キンロス事件メアリー・セレスト号そして
The Balashikha incident, the Bermuda Triangle, Agatha Christie's 11 Missing Days, the Kinloss incident, the Mary Celeste,
日
and
本の一家消失事件
disappearances of entire families in Japan.
消失した一家は俺の一族神谷家だよ
Yes, the Kamiya family was one of the families that disappeared.
あ
No,
の時クロノス世界で神谷の一族は殺し合った
when it happened, the entire family began to kill each other in the Chronos world.
試合
Killing each other?
俺はまだ小さな子供だった
I was just a little kid back then.
今でもクロノス世界のことを思い出すたびおえつが止まらなくなる
But even now, I can't help but cry whenever I recall the Chronos world.
俺の父親は政治家だからね
My father was a politician, you see.
犯人が父親のことを狙っていたのは一目瞭然だった
It was very clear that the culprit was aiming for my
みんなが
father.
疑心暗鬼になって殺し合った
Suspicion plagued everyone and they killed each other. Everything that Kamiya tells us comes to us as such a shock that I don't quite absorb it.
たくさんの人が死んだ。人を人とも思わず罵り合うその様は吐き気がするようなものだった。
So many people died. The way they talked, it's like the others weren't even human beings. It was
そ
sickening.
して母は俺をかばって死んだ。
My mother died
生
protecting
き
me.
残ったのは俺と父親だけだった。
My father and I were the only ones left alive.
事件は政治家だった父がマスコミに働きかけて隠蔽した。
After that, my father used his connections as a politician to erase the incident from the media.
怖かったんだ。犯人探しを始めることでみんなが疑心暗鬼に陥ることが。
I was so scared of having people turn on each other once we all began to look for the culprit. I have no words. To be part of something that traumatic happened to you in your childhood? I couldn't find it in me to blame him for his actions. Having already experienced being in the Chronos world before, he'd already known about the existence of the mirror wall beforehand, along with the horrible conflicts that could happen within that wall. That's probably why he insisted we went for the long game, trying to prolong our existence while in Chronos world. I don't know what to say to Kamiya, who is suffering as he recounts his past trauma. Suddenly,
おかしいわ。
that's strange. This Kaido comment catches me off
おかし
guard.
いって一体何が。
Strange? What is? I will say, if he's seen all this before, why is that new to him? Is that what she's about to say? Kamiya looks back at Nikaido, his expression a mix of exhaustion and
神
confusion.
谷君、かつてあなたがクロノス世界にいて大変な思いをしたことは分かったわ。それについては心から同情する。
Kamiya-kun, you've been through the Chronos world before and went through a considerable amount of pain and suffering, and I sympathize with you for that.
でもクロノス世界の経験があるのだったら、いつもの神谷君ならなおさら冷静に犯人を見つけようとしたはずよ。
But if you had that prior experience, then all the more reason for you to have conducted a search for the culprit as soon as
できるだ
possible.
け早くみんなに被害が出る前に。それなのにあなたは露骨に犯人探しをはぐらかしていた。
You would have tried to find them as soon as possible before anyone could suffer. Instead, you clearly tried to steer as far away from that as
今
possible.
のあなたの様子はおかしい。あなたはまだ何かを隠している。
Your behavior is abnormal. You're still hiding something. Based on Nikaido's tone, she's dead certain.
何を。俺はいつも通りだ。
What are you? I'm the same as
つ
always.
かないで。それともこう尋ねるべき。
Enough lies. Should I phrase it like this
あ
way?
なたは何者なの？
Just who are you? Kamiya is visibly shaken by Nikaido's question.
もう話すしかないのか。
Looks like I have to tell you, huh? He then declares in
俺
resignation,
は神谷祭ではない。
I am not Sai Kamiya.
とは言っても俺は君たちがよく知っている神谷には他ならないんだ。
Still, I am the Kamiya that you know
俺
so
は
well.
間違いなく君たちの幼なじみの神谷だ。
I'm indeed your childhood friend Kamiya.
一体何を言ってるんだ。
Kamiya, what are you talking about? I knew it. Okay, I think I've realized something. So, the memories we had with Moizumi, camera girl, it was of Sakurai and two girls, right? And from the beginning, I've thought that this person's voice is very feminine.
困惑するのも当然だと思う。
Are you perhaps someone who has done the thing? Of course you'd be
正
confused.
確に言うなら俺は神谷ではあるが神谷祭ではないんだ。
To be specific, I am Kamiya, but not Sai Kamiya. And now I'm even more confused. I have no idea what he's
はっ
saying.
きり言おう。神谷祭は俺の兄だ。クロノス世界で死んだ。
I'll just be blunt. Sai Kamiya was my older brother. He died in the Chronos
俺の
world.
本名は神谷サエ。サイの妹だ。
My real name is Sei Kamiya, Sai's little sister.
俺は政治家である父親と神谷家の使用人で愛人だった母から生まれた隠し子だ。
Oh, is it just that you're pretending to be your brother for politician reasons? Am I completely off base with thinking other things? I'm an illegitimate child born of my father, the politician Kamiya, and my mother who was in the house help of the Kamiya's
フラノス
household.
世界で死んだ後継ぎ神谷サイ。その
Since
身代わりとして隠し子である俺はうってつけだったんだ。
Since Sai Kamiya, the heir of this family, died in the Chronos world, they found me perfect to act as his
性
replacement.
別が違うなんて神谷家の力の前では些細な問題だ。
Gender is nothing given the Kamiya family's sort of influence. No
二
way.
階堂、確かに君の言う通り神やサとしての自分であればクロノス世界の経験をみんなに語りすぐさま犯人を割り出して始末していたと思う。
Nikaido, as you said, if it were Sai Kamiya here, he would have immediately spoken of his prior experience to the Chronos world and tried to find the culprit as soon as possible to deal with them.
神やサとしての自分は政治家としての英才教育を受け育てられた。
Being Sai Kamiya, I was raised up with special gifted education programs to train me for
政治は
politics.
多数決の世界だ。民主主義は多数派が正義であり、マイノリティは切り捨てなくてはならない。
Politics is a game of democracy. The majority rules while the minorities are cast
本来
aside.
の神やサは多数を救うために一人の犯人を見つけ出し葬ることが正しいはずだった。
As Sai Kamiya, finding and disposing of one culprit for the sake of the majority would be the correct answer.
クロノス世界に戻った途端になぜかサエとしての自分を思い出してしまったんだ。
But when I returned to Chronos World, myself as Sei resurfaced.
サイの方が省かれたという方が適切かもしれないな。そうして俺が残った。
No, perhaps it would be more accurate to say that the part of me that was Sai was left out, leaving just me. In the Chronos World, things that are unnecessary to the mission are culled. People, lifelines, memories, and even perhaps personalities can be
大
removed.
切な幼なじみの中から犯人を見つけ出しその人を殺さなければならないなんて
To find the culprits among my
今の
beloved
俺には耐えられなかった。
To find the culprit among my beloved childhood friends and have to kill one of them, how could they possibly bear that?
そういうことだったのね。やっと納得できたわ。
So that's what happened. Now it makes
今ま
sense.
で隠していて本当に悪かった。
Sorry for hiding it from the rest of you. After telling us everything, Kamiya's expression is calm and serene. However, it only lasts for a moment. Suddenly, she acts strangely like with Morozumi.
そうだったのか。思い出した。
Yes, that's right, I remember now. Kamiya's hands begin to shake. Her eyes lose focus like she's staring off into
Oi, Kamiya!
nothingness. Hey,
思
Kamiya,
い出したってなんだ
what do you
教え
remember?
てくれ
Tell us.
桜井、もう俺には時間がない。
Sakurai, I don't have any more
こん
time.
な真実かもしれないけれど聞いてほしい。
This may be a terrible truth to hear, but please listen.
犯人は
The culprit is... Split... Lo, you fuck. It is a horrifying sound, making my hair stand on end. I can't even begin to understand what just happened. Lo's just stabbed Kami on the side with a knife. Oh, no, you don't. Kamiya falls to her knees.
よく聞いて。
Sakurai, listen. She speaks, her voice close to fading away.
二階堂は全部覚えてる。
Ooh. Nikaido remembers everything. Finally, she loses all consciousness. Ooh. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to say Machikoshi. Oh, fuck yeah, save. Where's my hand? Can I... There are more save files. Okay.
神。
Kamiya. I'm just double checking. What time is it? Fuck. Okay, I guess we're sticking with this. The scene that unfolds is so unbelievable. I can't breathe. It's too much. The scant voice I managed to squeeze out is so weak. I doubt anyone else hears me. Are you about to turn to polygons? Immediately, the door slams open. It's Machikoshi.
何があった
What happened? We're still in a daze. He ignores us and dashes to Kamiya, collapsed on the floor.
神谷
Hey, Kamiya.
どうしたら神谷教えてくれ
Oh god, what just... Kamiya, what happened? I watched the scene unfold before me, like a dream. This can't be right? Kami got stabbed? Kami's gonna die? No. No way.
残念だったな。ずっと俺を見張ってるつもりだったんだろうが、最後まで裏切らせはしない。
Ah, too bad, huh? You said you'd keep an eye on me, so much for that, eh? Oh, and it begins. Just as Moizumi earlier, Kamiya's body begins to glow.
おい神谷神谷しっかりしろ
Hey, Kamiya! Kamiya, wake up! Kamiya slowly goes brighter and brighter. Meanwhile, some semblance of life returns to her eyes. Through her mouth moves to speak, her voice is too weak. Is that to finish it all off? Kamiya's body burst into fragments and vanishes. She said,
二階堂は全部覚
Ni-
えてる
Nikaido remembers everything.
カイド神谷
に
それはどういう
Nikaido, what did she mean by...
神谷
Kamiya is dead? I still haven't gotten answers to anything, but that alone is certain.
ロー犯人はやっぱりお前だったのか
Lo, you really were the killer.
ああ、何のことだろうな。
Gee, what could you be talking
よ
about?
くも
Why you? Okay. Lo very much clearly just killed somebody, but if she knows everything, she has been the most hostile and distant towards me this entire time, except for just recently. Did I do something? And she remembers.
いいね。ここに来たばかりのへたれてた時とは大違いだ。
There we go. Now you've got some life in you. Not like when you came here.
叫るな
Fuck you. What the hell? Hold on. Oh, damn. Sorry, I'm just looking at the window. It is pouring rain outside. I can hear it over the game.
二階堂
Fuck you.
下がってて
Nikaido, get back.
気をつけて
Be careful. This bastard stabbed Kamiya without any hesitation. He'd probably do the same to Nikaido if he wanted. No, not autoplay. Machikoshi stands up and begins to speak in his turn. Why did you stab Kamiya? He has a knife! Why are you looking at me? Huh?
何か言われると困ることがあったんだろ
Because he was going to say something you couldn't let him say? You were listening in, weren't you? Lo refuses to wipe that malicious smirk off his face. Machikoshi tries to get closer to Lo, but he uses the instant just before the smash the window with the handle of his knife. Lo then jumps right out the window.
教えてほしければ捕まえてみろよ。
You want to know why? Then catch me if you can. Wait. Machikoshi tries to jump out the room as well.
待てみんなで行くぞ
Wait, let's all go
い
together.
や俺だけで十分だ桜井お前はここで二階堂を守っていてくれ
No, I can handle this. Sakurai, you keep Nikaido
おい
safe.
待ちこうぜ
Hey, Machikoji! He leaps out the window just like that? Okay. From what I can see out the window, Lo went into the building under construction. What now? It's too dangerous to have Machikoshi chasing after Lo alone. Who knows what that guy could do? Machikoshi might be killed, just like Kamiya. But if I chase after them, Nikaido might be left alone, and that might be Lo's plan all along.
こ
Nikaido,
の部屋にいてくれ
stay right
鍵
here.
をかけて僕が戻るまで絶対に開けちゃダメだ
Lock the door. Absolutely do not open it until I come back.
必要はないわ。私も行く。
No need for that. I'm coming with
危
you.
険だ見ただろ今目の前で神谷は殺されたんだぞ
How long do does the friendship fragments last? Because we never found any trace of any bodies, but those are lasting quite a while. No, it's too dangerous. Kamiya just got killed right in front of
わかっ
us.
てる。それも覚悟の上よ。決着をつけなくちゃいけない。
I know. I'm ready for that. I want to settle
決
things.
着
Settle things? By her expression, I can tell she's already made up her mind. Even if I tell her to stay, she'll end up going out on her own. Nothing I can do now.
一緒にローを追おう
Alright, let's go after Lo. As long as I keep her safe, then that's that.
いないな
Not here. Is this our floor? No, it's not. No. Lo hiding in the rafters like a goblin again? He's returned to the primordial state of all goblins, skulking around. We can comb through the building's ton floors, but it's just way too quiet. We couldn't find Machikoshi anywhere
も
either.
う移動したのかしら。
Did he go elsewhere already?
かもな
Maybe. Please don't tell me that Machikoshi's just gonna... over there.
でも町工事はいるはずだ
But Machikoshi should still be
上
here.
の階なんだろうな
He's probably further up.
一番上まで調べたら降りてくるはずだ
Once he's looked up through the top floor, he should head back
町工
down.
事に出会うまで続けよ
Let's keep going until we come across
そう
Machikoji.
ね。
Very well. In an empty, abandoned building, the sound of footsteps travels easily. I assumed we'd be able to easily tell if someone were here, but it wouldn't be surprised if Lo managed to conceal some footsteps and approach us from behind. I can only count on my sight here, so I won't let my guard down visually. That would help to get rid of any chances of us getting
うやっ
ambushed.
ぱり犯人はローだったな
So Lo really was the culprit, huh? Yes.
でも影山が世界に問いかけた時ローは犯人候補になかったはずだよな
But when Kageyama asked the world, Lo's name didn't come up in the
どう
suspect
いうこと
list.
なんだろう
I wonder why.
さあ、
Who
あ
knows?
いつはこの世界のことをいろいろ知っていそうだったし何かしら小細工をしていたのかな
It seems like he knows a lot about this world too. Maybe he was pulling some sneaky tricks earlier.
そうかもしれないわね。
Maybe. Why are you being vague all of a sudden? Nikaido's responses are curt. Though I'm entirely focused on searching for Lo, I couldn't agree with her sentiments. Nikaido knows something about
な
Lo.
あ二階堂
Hey Nikaido.
何？
What? We're forgetting something related to the past. That much I'm certain of. This loss of memory is not some sort of natural phenomenon. The Chronos world intentionally blocked those memories off from us. In order for us to complete our missions of finding the killer, these memories are likely tied to the murder that happened in the past in the real world. The details of the incident, the victim, and the killer. In other words, by recovering our memories, we'll be able to find out who the killer is and clear the mission. Every time we recover our memories, we explode. We need to figure out how to do that. We need to remember who the killer is. To do just that, we've basically just been groping in the darkness this whole time. However, just before we lost Kamiya, she said something to me.
二階堂は全部
Nikaido remembers everything. Where do you get this information from? If that's true, then Nikaido didn't have to recover any of her memory. She already knew who the killer was from the start. Judging by her reaction from when I first mentioned Lo's name, she must have already realized that he was the killer.
何か隠してることはないか
Are you hiding
どう
something?
したの？
Why are you asking all of a
ロー
sudden?
について君は知っているはずだ。
I bet you know something about Lo.
あの時は何も聞かなかったが、もう言うべき時じゃないのか。
Though nothing happened when I mentioned him, you shouldn't you have said
そ
something?
れは
That's...
何かがあったんだろう。
something happened,
僕
right?
らはそれを覚えてない。
We don't remember it.
君は覚えているんじゃないのか。
But you do, don't you? That, with the way she reacted upon hearing Lo's name, and then when Kamiya's dying words, I'm convinced. Nikaido knows who the culprit is. If she knew who the killer was, then she would have been able to announce it and ended the world a long time ago. But for some reason she didn't. I can only think of one reason
君
why.
はあえてこの世界に残っている。
You want to stay in this
何
world.
が目的だ。
What for? She averts her gaze and stays quiet. She's on my side, but still she's hiding something. Her real objective is different from mine. I just want to know what it is.
桜井君、私はね、
Sakurai-kun, I...
そこまで
Goblin! Okay, enough of that.
ロー
Oh, Lo.
二階堂、ここまで言わないでおいたのならもう最後まで黙っとけよ。その事実はみんなにとって呪いでしかない。
Nikaido, if you were keeping a secret this far in, then don't just freaking say anything. The truth is nothing but a curse to everyone here. Lo. Nikaido stares him down.
町工事はどうした。
What'd you do to Machikoji?
あ、上の階でも探してるんじゃね
Dunno, he's probably upstairs looking for me. Thank God, seems like he's safe.
何緩んだ顔してんだよ、一人殺されてるってのに。
Quit looking like a dope. Someone just fucking died. We're gonna catch Lo, and then we're putting him to spill the beans. About Togoku, about Kageyama, about this world. Everything. Then I'm gonna end this world. This goddamn nightmare of a... Lo! He smirks. Then dashes towards Nikaido. Eh?
二階堂、覚悟しろ。
Nikaido, you better get ready. The world grinds to slow motion. My thoughts speed up. Stopping Lo now would be impossible. There's not enough time then. The knife comes out. It gleams. It makes a sound. Squelch. I slowly open my eyes. Ooh! And Lo is in absolute anguish. Ooh! I was gonna say, are you gonna push yourself out and take the hit? Yeah, you're gonna take a hit like a smart person in the arm. The knife Lo's hit holds is stabbed into my arm. I push Nikaido aside and manage to substitute myself for her. Kyosuke. Lo wavers. He glares at me strangely. There's no pain in my arm. Just as a reflex to what just happened right before my eyes, I groan. However, maybe it's because I'm so tense right now, I don't feel any pain. I can still move.
二階堂、逃げろ。
Nikaido, run! She's just standing there. As if she's completely lost the tension in her.
逃がすかよ。
You ain't getting away. He thrusts his knife before my eyes. I'm frozen in place. My breathing stops. It's almost pathetic how it all happened so instantly, so simply. Checkmate. Machikoshi out of nowhere? Oh. Oh, dear God, no. Machikoshi, I need you to hit a bitch. After that, Nikaido and I were tied and forced to sit in the corner of one of the rooms. This isn't the corner. There isn't even any glass. It'd be trivial to push us out. It could be the adrenaline or the pressure of the situation, but the stab in my arm still doesn't hurt. That is weird. Am I dead? However, there's something else that bothers me.
ロー、どういうつもりだ。
Why am I not bleeding? There's no more blood on that knife than when he stabbed Kamiya.
あ
Huh?
なんで僕や二階堂を捕獲しただけで殺そうとしない。
Why'd you just tie us up? Why don't you just kill us?
京介のくせに結構鋭いじゃん。
Oh, you're actually pretty sharp, huh? Once I look at his grin, it hits
お
me.
前まさか町工事が狙いか。
Wait, you were aiming for Machikoji? Suddenly.
桜井、二階堂。
Sakurai, Nikaido. Machikoshi appears at the worst possible timing. Machikoshi, stay away.
ほら来た
There we go. Machikoshi is about to run over, but
あ
stops.
っとそれ以上近づくな一歩でも近づいたら二人を落とす
Whoa there, hold up. You take one more of these step and these two go ropeless bungee
や
jumping.
めろ
Don't!
いい顔だ
I like that look on your
お
face.
前はそこで黙って見てろ
You just shut up and watch.
何する気だ
Hey, what are you up to? Lo brings the knife to Nikaido's neck and grins at Machikoshi.
ローやめろどうしてそんなことすんだよ俺たちは仲間なんだろ
Don't! Why are you doing this? Didn't you say we're friends?
仲間お前が一番排除したがってたくせにどの面下げて言ってんだよ
Friends? What the fuck are you on? You're the one that wanted me out of here.
お前に何かしたのかだから復讐がしたいのか
Did we do something to you? What are you trying to get revenge on
ち
us?
げえよ
Hell no.
じゃあ何が目的なんだよ
Then what do you even want?
さあね死んでほしいからとしか言いようがない
Well, I just noticed he has an X on the back of his neck. Who knows? All I can really say is just what I want you all to die. What exactly is Lo's objective? I have no clue. Is he aiming for Machikoshi or Nikaido? But right now, Machikoshi's in trouble. Suddenly. He shouts, looking like he had a brilliant idea.
犯人はローだ
Machikoshi, I love you, but holy fuck. The culprit is Lo. That's it, Machikoshi's trying to end the Chronos world.
世界クロノス犯人はローだ早くこの世界を終わらせてくれ
Are you listening, world? Chronos? The culprit is Lo. Just stop this whole thing already, please. However, nothing happens.
だだ
No
どう
dice.
して
Why? The culprit is clearly Lo. Why? Like Machikoshi, I have absolutely no idea what's
あ
going
くまで
on.
奇跡を起こすための世界線だからただ名前を挙げるなんてナンセンスなんだよ
All this world line is make a few miracles here and there. Just shouting a name is total
全
nonsense.
てを思い出し理解した上で
You need to remember and understand everything, and... Machikoshi dashes and tackles Lo. Lo takes a slam head-on and falls to the floor. However, he quickly gets his bearings back. The knife glimmers as it heads straight for Machikoshi. Huh? Just stop! Just for a moment, Lo's guard goes down thanks to Nikaido's scream. Ooh! In that small span of time, Machikoshi kicks Lo's knife. The two of them then create a distance between each other. Now Machikoshi and Lo are back to staring each other
夜
down.
更けみたいに楽にはいかねえな
Looks like I can't just sit on my ass like Yosuke, huh?
逃げて私たちなら平気だから
Just run away, we'll be fine here.
そんなわけないだろ
Like hell I
大
can.
丈夫だから
Trust me. Why? She's right, Machikoshi's the one in danger here. I tried to shout at him to run,
必
but
ず助ける
I'm gonna save you two. Machikoshi seems
助
desperate.
けてなんて言ってない放っておいて
I didn't say we needed to be saved. Just leave us alone. Eh? The moment he hears these words, Machikoshi freezes. Oh no.
どうした
What happened?
マチコージしっかりしろマチコージ
Buddy, no. If he loses consciousness now, he'll be in terrible danger. Lo's gonna take him out immediately. Yeah. I'm gonna save you. I swear, this time. Ooh.
助けなんていらない早く言って
Oh, he's fragmenting. You don't need to save us, just go.
こう言ってるぞ
Hey, you heard her. Shut up. However, Machikoshi declares to Nikaido with a strong resolve.
助ける
I'm gonna save you. Nikaido gasps, surprised, and looks at Machikoshi. Why?
助ける絶対に助けるんだ
I'm saving you, I swear to God.
助けるどうやってお前がここに来るまでに俺は二人を殺せんだぞ
Huh, save them? How? I could have killed them at any time since you came here.
本当に
kill? Really?
どうして殺さない？いつでも殺せるなら俺の救助なんて怖くないはずだ。
Then why didn't you kill them? You could have killed them at any time. You shouldn't have been worried about me trying to save them. Machikoshi takes one step towards Lo. The smile on his face is no more. He points the knife at Nikaido. I'm seriously gonna fucking kill her.
俺がこの階に来た時に言ったよな。ほら来たって。
When I came here, you said it. There we go.
お前は最初から殺す気はなく俺を待っていた。
He has brain. You never even planned on killing him in the first place. You were going for me. Right as Machikoshi says it, he charges for towards Lo. Lo clicks his tongue and gets his knife ready. Ooh! Ooh!
下がれ。
Fuck off. Lo slowly gets back up with a small smile, clenching his fist. He takes a few steps back. With the knife ready towards Lo, Machikoshi unties me. The ropes wrestle against each other as they're undone. Ooh. Thanks, Machikoshi. Holy fuck, you got moves. Where is she? Why are you still tied up?
ローを見ていてくれ。
Keep an eye on Lo. For real this time. I'm not to keep a watch over Lo. If he does anything even remotely suspicious, I'll charge at him and pin him. He has his hand behind his back. He's doing something suspicious. Next, Machikoshi undoes the ropes on Nikaido.
助けてなんて言ってないのに。
I didn't even ask for a rescue. Look at him!
いいんだよ。俺が勝手に助けただけだ。
It's fine, I just wanted to save you.
ずっとそれを望んでいたんだ。
That's what I always wanted. While still keeping an eye on Glow, I look over to Machikoshi. He's glowing. This is exactly what happened with Kamiya. Machikoshi.
あれ俺ああ消えるのか。
What? I'm gonna disappear, huh? Machikoshi's face looks heartfelt yet pained. I've never seen him like this before. Meanwhile, Lo doesn't do anything. He just watches, seemingly without any intention of attacking. You were drawing this out. You did this on purpose. You were trying to get him to fragment. Why?
二階堂あの時はごめんな。助けられなくて。
Nikaido, sorry about that time. About how I couldn't save you. Eh?
俺があの時ちゃんと助けてればあんなことにはならなかったのにな。
If only I did something to help, then things wouldn't have turned out like that.
町浩二君のせいじゃない。あれは私が。
No, it's not your fault, What are they talking about? Save her? How did what turn out?
俺があの時強引にでも助けていれば。
No, I should have tried to save you, even by force. What are they even talking about? What does he mean by saving her? No, more importantly...
消えるな。
Machikoshi, don't disappear.
どうすれば。
Damn, what should I do? I can't lose Machikoshi too. Isn't there anything I can do to keep him from vanishing? Something. I'm panicked at the situation unfolding before me. Machikoshi, on the other hand, is a picture of calm. There's something more important than his disappearance. That's what his expression says. He faces
最
Nikaido.
後に約束してくれ。
Just promise me one thing.
約束。
Promise?
二階堂二度となんかしないでくれ。
Huh? Nikaido, don't you ever again. Eh? Upon hearing what he just said, both my mind and body freeze in place. What did he just say? I don't know, I couldn't hear him. No, I couldn't understand him. I clearly heard what Machikoshi said, however, my mind refused to accept what he just said.
町浩二おいどういう。
Hey, Machikoshi, what did you just... I can't read the emotion from Nikaido's eyes. She returns Machikoshi's gaze. That can't be real, Machikoshi. There's no way. Did Nikaido really, I'm assuming, die? Please tell me it's a lie. With my hoarse voice, I gasp, begging for him to answer, but my voice doesn't reach the two of them. I feel alienated, anxiety at my chest. So she remembers because she died, or she's the one from the very beginning who jumped, I'm assuming? I'm just adjusting my headset. Just as Machikoshi disappears, we exchange glances for the briefest of moments. His eyes tell me sorry, but also says, it's all on you now, encouraging me on. It's all on me now, but I don't even know what you said was true. Oh. The only ones left now are me, Lo, and Nikaido. What he just said. I wasn't able to get an answer from Machikoshi. I asked Nikaido instead. Say no, shake your head. Please, just say it was a bad joke. It's true. I feel those two words carving a deep wound in my heart. It comes as such a shock that I can barely move. My heart eventually turns silent, and all the emotions that had been swirling around within me burst forth.
Nikaido. 二度となんかしないでくれ。
Nikaido, don't you ever again. Why? Why did you... Are you gonna push her, you fuck? He's getting closer to her. Hey, hold it right there. While my guard was down, Lo had crept up near me. I braced myself, but it doesn't look like he's gonna attack. Instead, he waltzes over to the space between Nikaido and I. Finally, I've been waiting for this. Waiting? What do you mean? Let's go to the roof. The closer to the sky, the better. Right, Nikaido? Shut up. Oh, boo, you're no fun. Wait, hold up. What's going on? What the hell is all this? Wasn't Lo trying to kill us? Why is he acting so normal now? If he never had any intentions of killing anyone, then why did he stab Kamiya? Lo heaves a deep, heavy sigh and replies. We're finally here. The time we've all been waiting for has come. Here we go. I'm gonna spill the beans now, so don't rush me. I'll tell you what I've been doing, what's up with Nikaido, what the hell this whole world is, everything. Hesitation. Complete chapter 6. Okay. Yes, I would very much like to save. Okay. Or just look. So something tells me we're getting to the very climax of either. There can't be only one decision in this entire game. I refuse to believe it, but I think this is a good place to cut it. Just because it feels like we're about to get into something deep. So where's my hand? There it is. Yeah, we just saved. Yeah. So that was a lot to take in. So Kamiya had a fruits basket situation, if I remember the plot of that story correctly. Machikoshi failed to protect her. She probably jumped from the very beginning of the game, that kind of spooky thing we saw. Oh, fuck, we actually saw her do it, probably. Is there an exclamation point on the roof? Huh. I'm still thinking there's going to be something different in the title. Yeah. So Kamiya's thing was they had to tell the truth about everything. I'm horrible at remembering names. His assistant just had to defy him once. Or her once. they them once. She probably has all her memories because she wants to stay here longer because she's already dead and she's essentially a ghost. Why do I feel no pain? It's very clear that Kamiya got stabbed, there was blood, and they got hurt. But I got stabbed, there was no pain, and I seem to be perfectly fine. That is weird. And if I've been quite literally spoon-fed what the answer is, why have I not fractured? What is my thing I have to do? Yeah, I guess we'll figure out next time. Thank you everyone for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. That is the wrong menu. There we go. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Next time, we are told everything by Mr. Exposition Low. Have a good one. Bye.